the tyrant who shaped freedom, the true story of King John and the Magna Carta. In the shadows of England's royal history, few names are as notorious as King John. The youngest son of King Henry II, overshadowed by his legendary brother, Richard the Lionheart, John was never meant to rule. Yet he did, and his reign left a legacy of betrayal, rebellion, and one document that would change the course of history forever. This is the story of John Lackland. Born in 1166, John's fate was sealed the moment he was given the nickname Lackland. For as the youngest of 5 sons, he was not expected to inherit any significant land or power. His older brothers received the grand estates, while John remained largely forgotten. But John was clever, and even without lands, he was determined to make his mark. As a young man, John's loyalty to his father earned him special favor. When his brothers revolted against King Henry II, John stayed loyal, fighting for his father's cause. But after Henry's death, it was Richard the Lionheart who took the crown, leaving John still without a kingdom of his own. While Richard was away fighting in the Crusades, John saw an opportunity to grab power. He even went so far as to conspire with the King of France against his own brother. But when Richard returned, he forgave John, though the seeds of treachery had been planted. In 1199, Richard the Lionheart died without an heir, and John was crowned King of England. At last, John had the power he craved. But power, as he soon learned, comes with heavy burdens. His reign was plagued by failure from the start. John's military campaigns were disastrous. He lost most of England's lands in France, earning the scorn of his nobles and making him deeply unpopular. His failures on the battlefield were compounded by his ruthless taxation policies back home. To fund his wars and maintain his authority, John levied heavy taxes on his barons and subjects, pushing them to the brink. England had never seen such widespread resentment toward a monarch. In 1215, the situation reached a boiling point. Fed up with his tyranny, a group of powerful barons confronted John, forcing him to agree to a set of demands that would limit his powers. This document would come to be known as the Magna Carta, and it would lay the foundation for constitutional law not only in England but around the world. But John, ever the schemer, had no intention of honoring the Magna Carta. He immediately sought to have the document annulled, sparking a civil war that would threaten to tear England apart. The conflict raged on, but John would never see the end of it. In 1216, while marching across the marshlands of eastern England, John fell ill with dysentery. Weakened and defeated, he died later that year at the age of 49. His reign was over, but his legacy was just beginning. John Lackland is often remembered as one of England's worst kings, a man whose reign was marked by military failure, cruelty, and betrayal. But his unwilling role in the signing of the Magna Carta changed the course of history, limiting the power of kings and elevating the rights of ordinary citizens. Though John's reign was short, the consequences of his actions reverberate to this day. The Magna Carta, originally meant to check the power of a tyrant, became a symbol of freedom and the rule of law. So, was John Lackland a villain or simply a king outmatched by his circumstances? History will remember him for his failures, but it cannot forget the legacy of liberty that his reign inadvertently helped create. Thank you for joining us on this journey through history. If you enjoyed the story of John Lackland, don't forget to subscribe for more tales from the past.